With the arrival of Bradley University's newest president, the student community on campus also has their own. The student body president gives a voice for all students to be heard and create change here on campus.
Here to talk with us today is Frank Flores, an engineering major running to become your future student body president.
Hey everybody, just like you guys said, Bradley University has just welcomed President Shadid to become their newest president, but students are also waiting for their own. I'm here with Al and Frank to talk about why they're running for student body president this year. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Just as an interest for our viewers, what made you guys want to run for student body president? Al, we'll start with you.
Yeah, for sure. Well, for me, I've always been a part of the community, not just here at Bradley University, but in Peoria, Illinois. And, you know, I've always been in public service for the past 10 plus years, ever since I was young here in Peoria. So with my community connections and with my ability to connect and be collaborative with all the people on campus, especially with all the different types of majors, really representing all different types of individuals, that's what made me want to run for student body president.
Yeah, so as you know, I am a tour guide, and I see a sense of hope in these new students that come in, and it's the same hope that I had when I came in Bradley University. So I feel that I have not only have the maturity, but I also have the analytical ability to do this, and I also have some great plans for Bradley. I believe in Bradley, and I feel like I'm the best that can represent the student body.
Yeah. So speaking of plans, as you both know, you both are also first years this year. You're in transfer, and Frank, you were a freshman. So the year previous to that, before you guys' arrival, there were a lot of things going on campus. You know, we have a new dining hall coming in, we have a new president. So there's a lot of things on students' minds that are changing the in-campus environment. So just as a quick summary, what are some things you guys want to change here on campus or are advocating for?
Along with all the other things you just mentioned, like the new dining hall coming up, I think just changing the perspective of what students think Student Senate is, really changing the stigmas of what student government is as a whole for university students is going to be big. Really focusing on the individualism, the actual student experience, the quality of life here at Bradley will not just help elevate students as a whole and also their education, but help them change the perspective of what they can do beyond college.
Exactly. So what I'm focusing on is transparency, meaning that the students are more informed of what's going on, because I feel like that was the issue with previous years as I've done my research. From the administrative level, faculty level, it was just like a little confusing what was going on. Also, I want to have a new dining approach. So what that means is that if there's like a vegan pizza and no one's really like, it's not that popular, maybe they should take it off the menu.
Yeah, totally. So as you guys were saying, we're talking about plans, we're talking about communication, and you brought up Student Senate. So, there's a lot of disconnect between students not knowing what's happening with Student Senate outside of, their supply drops. What are some ways you guys want to bring them into being a part of the student government as the student body president that represents everybody?
100%. Really carrying on not just what the previous administration has been doing, but what me as a senator has been doing with not just myself, but also with the ticket that I'm running with. It's not just me running for office here for SBO, but a full board. I'm running with a full board, and we've been correlating a bunch of different skills and a bunch of different aspects that correlate to our formalized open door policy for all students. So really communicating with the students, bridging the gap, not just during my campaign, but even before then, even before I even considered running for president. So yeah, expanding on that and expanding the open door policy.
Yeah, great.
So as you notice, transparency is a big part of my campaign that I'm running for. But with transparency, it also goes with Student Senate. So a lot of people don't know what's going on in Student Senate, so I believe that we should we take notes at Student Senate of what all the constituents do, SBOs, and that's really important. But that's only known in Student Senate, so I believe that we should have weekly reports given out to the students of the public, so they could get to know what's going on, so they could have that passion and be like, hey, I can change something.
Yeah, for sure. And just really quickly before we let you guys go here, I know you guys have super busy lives. Where can they find you? Are there flyers around, social media pages, websites where they can find some information about your campaign?
Yeah, funny because there's this flyer literally right behind us. Scan the QR code. It'll lead you not just to who I am and my bio, but also a bunch of different links that lead you to my Instagram, a survey. Please fill out that survey about what you want to see on campus, because I'm here to represent the student body, not myself. Really focusing on what you want on campus, what you're inspired by on campus, and what your desires are. Really also focusing on what you guys want, also based off of building off of what I've built here, not just at Bradley, but in Peoria.
Yeah, you can find my posters anywhere. I'm around everywhere. I'm highly active in my community. I like to say I live in the Beck, so you can find me in the Beck. I'm in Olin. I'm in Bradley Hall, the art building. You can find me anywhere. Ask me questions. So anything like that, I'll be happy to answer.
Yeah. Well, as your current president, I want to wish you both the best of luck, and
you,
to
Adalia.
two
Appreciate
future
it.
presidents that could just succeed me in my position. You guys are going to do great, and your campaign is going well. And for our viewers, really quickly, so for our students, next Monday, campaigning will stop at 11:59 for our campaigns. So you will find out some more information. They have their resources available. However, next Tuesday is when the polls will open up at 8 a.m. They will close on Wednesday. So just check your emails for that. But this is Adalia Yeung for BUTV News. Back to the studio.